question of the day for May 20th, 2024 is, would you support a 16-team playoff format in the NFL playoffs? So I feel like the NBA and the NHL are the only ones that have it correctly. I don't believe professional teams should automatically get advanced to the second round. So these would be the changes that I would make. I would have it where the top 8 teams in each conference with the best records make the playoffs. And I would have it to where no more, okay, if you win your trash division, you automatically get to host a playoff game. I don't think that's fair that you can win 9 games and win a trash division and somebody else wins 12 games, but they got to go to your house in the playoffs. I don't like that. Number 2, I would give all 16 playoff teams a bye the week before the playoffs start so everyone is healthy. Also, the number 1 seed still gets their bye, and they have home field throughout the entire playoffs still. And it's still 4 rounds, still wild card, divisional, conference championship, Super Bowl. So no extra rounds are added. And number 3, I would have it just like NBA and NHL. 1 versus 8, 4 versus 5, 3 versus 6, 2 versus 7. That way you already know who you playing. You don't gotta wait till, well, if the lower seed wins, then they go to the number 2 seed and they the 8 seed. No, we're not doing all that. It should already be set who plays who. So this is how the playoffs looked last year. Baltimore was the number 1 seed. They got a bye. Buffalo was the number 2 seed. Pittsburgh number 7. Kansas City number 3. Miami number 6. Houston number 4. Cleveland number 5. Even though Cleveland had a better record than the Texans, Cleveland had to go to Houston. Then on the NFC side, San Francisco got a bye. Dallas number 2. Detroit was number 3. Tampa Bay was number 4, even though Philly had a better record. Philly ended up number 5, and the Rams number 6, and Green Bay was number 7. So once the Texans beat the Browns, they ended up having to go to Baltimore in the second round because they were the lower seed, because Kansas City and Buffalo had better records than them. So since Green Bay beat Dallas, they ended up going to San Francisco. And then Tampa Bay was the higher seed anyway, so they ended up playing Detroit. Now, under my format, again, I would have it to where the best records, so that it's going to look a little different. It's no more, well, the Browns had a better record than the Texans, but they had to go to Houston. No. So now it's going by record. So now Baltimore would have to play in the first round, and they would have had to, that means Cincinnati would have made the playoffs at 9 and 8. So Cincinnati would have been the 8 seed having to go to Baltimore. Then Cleveland would have went from the 5 seed to the 4 seed, and they would have had to play Miami, who ended up the 6 seed, again, because of the divisions. Kansas City was still the 3 seed, but they would have ended up playing the Texans, who dropped down to the 6 seed. And then Buffalo and Pittsburgh never changed. San Francisco would have still been the 1 seed. Seattle would have ended up making the playoffs as the 8 seed going to San Francisco. Philly would have got the 4 spot playing the Rams. Detroit would have been the 3 spot playing Tampa Bay. And then again, Dallas and Green Bay would have still played each other. So this way, everybody already knows who they're playing in the first round, and if they win, okay, we either play this team or this team. It will be no more, okay, well, if the 7 seed wins, then they go to the number 1 seed or the number 2 seed. Like it will be no more of that. And again, also, number 1 seed still has home field throughout the playoffs. 2, number 1 seed is still getting a bye. I'm not adding any extra rounds. And the reason why this is different between like the NBA and the NFL, because they play series in those leagues. The NFL is one and done. That's why they call it any given Sunday. So it's more likely that an 8 seed can be the 1 seed than an 8 seed in the NBA being the 1 seed, because they would have to do it 4 times. In the NFL, you only got to do it once. Because that's the beauty about the NFL. the underdog go. Like, look what happened with Green Bay. Green Bay demolished Dallas. Dallas was the number 2 seed, and they were down like 35 points at one point to Green Bay at home in Dallas. So that's why I say the NFL should just go to 16 games, go by the best records. So the best 8 teams on each side. No more, oh, well, you won a crappy division, you get to host the playoff game. I don't feel like that's fair. Like, it should be the best teams make the playoffs. No more, oh, well, we won a sorry division with 9 wins, so we should be able to host the playoff game. No. So again, no extra rounds are being added. The only difference is now you added another team. That way, the number 1 seed has to play in the wild card round. That's the only difference. All they got to do is play 3 games on Saturday, 3 games on Sunday, and 2 games on Monday night when the playoffs start that first week. And then the next week, it'll be just the same as normal. 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. So let me know in the comment section, would you support a 16? They did it once. They did it once in the lockout, the strike year. It was like 1981 or 1980 or 82 or something like that. They did it once. And guess what? The number 1 seed lost. Way before the conference championship game, the number 1 seed lost. I think I think one of the number seeds made it to the Super Bowl, but one of them lost in like the divisional round or something like that. But let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Would you support a 16-team playoff format? Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Like and comment. More videos coming soon. Trey T out. Peace.